Hi, my name is Jonathan Fernandez, and today I'm going to be talking about an exciting and innovative contraption, wind turbines. Now, I know that may not sound so exciting, but wind turbines, I believe, are the future for energy consumption in a world where renewable energy continues to become more and more important each year. So, how do wind turbines work, and how do they create electricity to be used in homes and businesses? Well, first we must have a basic concept of wind. Wind is a form of solar energy and is the result of uneven heating of the atmosphere by the sun, the irregularities of the Earth's surface, and the rotation of the Earth. Wind flow speeds are changed by bodies of water, vegetation, and differences in terrain. Wind flow speeds are, excuse me, humans use this wind flow or motion energy for many purposes, such as sailing, flying a kite, or even generating electricity. So how do wind turbines operate? Well, it's pretty simple actually. The energy in the wind turns two or three propeller-like blades around a rotor, and the rotor is connected to a main shaft that spins a generator to create electricity. Well, it spins, and then the generator harnesses the spinning of the rotors and converts it to electrical energy from kinetic energy. Just like winding up a small portable generator in your hand, the generator uses the kinetic energy and turns it into electrical energy to be used. So these turbines consist of a few main parts. The gearbox, which uses gears to change the rotational speed of the spinning blades, depending on how fast the wind is in the situational factors. The generator, which uses the force of the spinning blades to generate electricity. The rotors, which capture the energy and transfer it to the generator. And so the basic steps for creating electrical energy using the wind turbine is the rotors catch the energy and it goes into a nacelle, which is the main body of the turbine sitting on top of the tower and behind the blades. Then it goes to the gearbox, which converts the low-speed rotation of the drive shaft into high-speed rotation, which is fast enough to drive the generator efficiently. Anemometers, which are automatic speed measuring devices, give measurements of the wind speed and what direction it is going in. Now this part of the wind turbine is very important because the measurements are used to tell the tower to either put the brakes on the rotors or allow it to keep spinning. For safety reasons, if the conditions are too windy or turbulent, a wind turbine will use these brakes to prevent it from breaking. After that, the electricity generated by the generator is sent through a cable to a transformer, which can then convert the electricity to a higher voltage, so it can be sent more efficiently to homes or the power grid. And after that, we have clean, renewable energy being used by homes. So there are two types of wind turbines. Modern wind turbines fall into these two basic groups, one being horizontal axis turbines and one being vertical axis turbines. Horizontal axis turbines usually have two or three blades and they're very large. Vertical axis turbines are usually used by small homes and businesses. So a horizontal axis wind turbine usually is what you will see and usually what you will think of when you think of wind turbines, the big ones and the wind farms and such. The horizontal axis means the rotating axis of the wind turbine is horizontal or parallel with the ground. And in large settings, horizontal axis wind turbines are all you will pretty much see, except, of course, like I previously stated, unless it's a vertical axis turbine being used by homes. So the advantage of a horizontal wind turbine is that it can produce more electricity from a given amount of wind, but it's not very practical for personal use. No one wants a big wind turbine sitting in their backyard. So if you're trying to produce as much wind as possible, it's always a better option to use horizontal wind turbines. But if you're generating power for a small business or home, a vertical axis turbine would be more efficient. So wind turbines can be, I'm going to talk about where they can be built. They can be built on land or offshore in large bodies of water like oceans and lakes. An interesting fact, the U.S. Department of Energy is funding efforts that will make innovative offshore wind technology available in U.S. waters, which is pretty exciting. And sizes of wind turbines can usually vary from 100 kilowatts to as large as several megawatts. Larger wind turbines are more cost effective and are grouped together into wind farms, which provide bulk power to the electrical grid. Offshore wind turbines are larger, they can generate more power and do not have the same transportational challenges of land-based wind installations, but as the large components can be transported on ships instead of on roads. And single small turbines below 100 kilowatts are what you usually use for your home, and they're usually in the making of vertical axis design, and they're used for telecommunication dishes or water pumping as well. These small turbines are usually used in connection with diesel generators, batteries, and photovoltaic systems. Now, these systems are called hybrid wind systems and are typically used in remote off-grid locations where connection to the utility grid is not available. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.